Hello, welcome everyone. This is Soul Connections, and I'm your host, Polly Jo Labbe, here on the YouTube channel, Trinity Temple of Sacred Wisdom. Hi, everyone. I hope you are having a beautiful end to this month of May. I know Rob recently had a birthday, so happy birthday, Rob, from all of us. And I wanted to take a moment to just invite you to reconnect with your soul, your higher self, and your angels, guides, and ascended masters, all of the divine beings who are here to assist us. And yes, we all have a spiritual team. Not just one, but we have a few that are here to help guide us on our way. But we have to remember that through our free will, it's our opportunity to ask for guidance, ask for help, and ask for that reconnection to our authentic self. So welcome, everyone. One of the things we do here is we do a meditation first, and those of you who've been here, you know the drill. And then afterwards, after we do a nice connection and healing meditation to reconnect with our higher self and our guides, then I invite messages to come through. And if you would like a message delivered, I use them doing cards, and tonight's deck is the Peace Oracle by Toni, Carmine, Salerno. And Leela Williams is also part of this deck. And it just felt important that we did the Peace Oracle once more. It's guidance for challenging times. And many people have been having challenging times. We're in this energy of evolutionary growth spurt. So sometimes it has its aches and its pains. And often we get stretched a little out of our comfort zone and invited to try things in a different way. And sometimes we just would like a little assistance on what that's meant to look like. So that's what I'm here for. I'm meant to be that mediator, the messenger. And that's what we do. So here we are in a nice, beautiful, sacred space. So I invite you to join us and get nice and comfy as we start our healing meditation. So I just wanted you to start off by getting comfy. Maybe make sure that, you're in a good spot, open to hearing and feeling all the connection. We're going to invite the energy to come in. So make sure that your arms and your legs are uncrossed so that the energy can flow freely through you and to you from the divine. And however you refer to the divine, whether you see that as God, goddess, oneness, consciousness, all that is, invite in your connection and how you see and interpret and feel that beautiful flow of creation energy. And I'm going to invite you to take a couple of deep breaths. And with each deep breath, just allowing our body to start to relax, releasing the tension in our neck and our shoulders and our upper back from all of the work we've been doing and experiencing. And allowing each breath as you breathe in to just be filled with that divine healing light. Just blowing out any tension, any stress, any tightness in your physical body. And just taking a moment to focus on your heart in the center of your chest and just become aware of the energy of the heart beating. Notice the lungs as they're breathing deeply. And if you need more space in your lungs for the beautiful divine oxygen to come in, just allow yourself to have a huge exhale with a sigh. Just letting that air move all the way down. We're going to invite our spiritual teams to come closer. They're always with us, but close enough so we can sense them, know them, feel them within our field. And we ask the divine energy to surround and protect us in a bubble of infinite love and infinite light. Helping create a sacred space not only within our body and our energy field, but also within whatever space we are occupying at this moment. We set the intention, as always, that the healing work done here is for the good of all and harm to none, including ourselves. Creating a sacred layer of protection from any distraction energy so that we can be fully present in this moment, in our connection, in our healing. And we're going to let the energy connect with us at the top of our head, at the crown. And you may feel a little bit of pressure, tingling. You may sense light. We're just inviting our crown chakra to open like the beautiful lotus that it is, allowing the petals to expand, each crystalline petal connected to a different member of our spiritual team, a different frequency, vibration. And inviting the divine energy to flow through us, through the crystalline tube of our heart line that runs through the center of our being, holding our energy sources of chakras. I'm just plugging in to that source energy, allowing it to flow through us, bringing our focus and our awareness to our third eye in the center of our forehead, behind our brows, sensing the orb of light spinning, vibrating and expanding, connecting to each of our senses, connected to our intuition and our logic, restoring balance in our brain, and opening our pathways of connections to receiving messages from our spiritual teams, having the inner knowing, the seeing, the hearing, the smelling, the tasting, and the touch coming together. And allowing ourselves space to receive communication in all of those ways and any other ways that our team may use with us, maybe through messages repeated patterns, sensations in our body, and bringing our focus and our attention to our throat chakra, inviting it to fill with all the creative expression we are meant to share in our own unique way. Releasing any wounding words that we have received or we have spoken. Releasing any ways that we've been unable to use our voice or be heard in communication with others. Filling that space with our authentic truth and inviting others to speak and share with us their authentic truth. And letting the energy relax our shoulders, our neck, our upper back, and even move down the arms, releasing tension in the forearms, the hands, and even the fingers. Opening the palms in our hands so that we are able to give and receive freely and openly from our heart. And connecting to our heart, our physical heart, our heart chakra, the high heart of our higher self. Bringing these hearts together, even the heart of our innermost child. Allowing the depth and the layers of the heart to begin to beat and balance. Pulse with healing energy, unconditional love, forgiveness, acceptance. Filling with joy and wonder. Cleansing the chambers so that all the energy is balanced as it pulses through our entire being. And moving our awareness down to our solar plexus beneath the rib cage, our personal sun, how we shine in the world, how we choose to experience life, and releasing all the energy when we have felt like we had no choice. Releasing that anxious energy, the overwhelm. The anxiety as it shows up in the breath, in the swirling thoughts, quieting that all down, and rekindling our passion and our connection to the joy of living our life out loud, releasing any judgment energy that has been restricting us or others around us. Releasing the resentment around choices made or not made by ourselves and by others. Restoring balance to our self-confidence, our self-assuredness, filling all those places with divine wisdom, love, light, and acceptance. And moving down to our sacral chakra, below the belly button, connected through the seat of our pelvis, filled with all that juicy creation energy. Bringing balance to the water energy that flows through our body, through all of our systems, through our organs, our tissues, through our emotions. And awakening that energy of creating the world we desire, and the power and the strength and the resilience to do that. And bringing our focus and our awareness down to our root chakra, beneath the tailbone, that grounding rod, that foundation of who we are. Our connection to the earth. Our bones, our muscles, our body, that connection to our safety and our security, the foundation of our being. Feeling it connect deep within the earth beneath us. Reconnecting with Grandmother Earth, Gaia, and that all that she has and holds dear for us. Connecting to her beautiful beating heart in the center of the earth, all that molten lava energy as it moves through the earth and through us. Bringing in that unconditional love of the Divine Mother, using it to restore, repair, replenish through our energy field, through our body, through our heart, and allowing that energy to expand and reach outward in all the layers of our aura, in all the layers of our being. allowing that heart to become a beacon of light to those who are in the energy of darkness, being a sanctuary of healing for all those in need. And allowing the intricate patterns of our soul to begin to reconnect, weave together in the tapestry that is uniquely ourselves. Inviting in the wisdom and the awareness from our guides and our ancestors. Filling us with hope and resilience. Inviting in any information that will assist us through our soul's journey at this moment. And gently bringing our focus and our awareness back into the space that we are in. Inviting our team to stay with us, to share with us any messages through dreams, through readings, through awareness, through music, however they want to connect to us, either tonight or in the next few days. Welcoming the energy of the new moon as it invites new beginnings. And just begin to bring your awareness back. Rub your hands together, your feet, stretch, yawn, whatever will help you become more centered and in this moment. Welcome back. Those of you who have been here before, I will be doing card readings for anybody who wants to have them. If you would like one, all you have to do is type in yes, please. I don't do readings for you if you don't ask, because you have free will. And so tonight's card deck is going to be the Peace Oracle, Guidance for Challenging Times by Toni, Carmine, Salerno, and Leela Williams. And it's just felt like a juicy deck the past couple times. Because I think a lot of people are having new challenges going on in their life, or they are sensing that challenges may be coming their way. So they might want a little help or a little guidance. And so that's what we're here for. So, all right, let's get our ourself going. Hi, Ellen. So nice to have you. Of course, you can have a card. Beautiful. Look at that. It's the new beginning card. Looks like you've planted a new tree and it's starting to take root. So, my dear, new beginnings. Yeah, it's that energy of moving forward with maybe a new chapter in your life. And as we do that, we all have these moments where it's like we get a chance to start again. And it's not in a way of we did something wrong before or things weren't they weren't good or something like that. It's more of an opportunity to just experience something new on a soul level, or experience something that we've been yearning or desiring for a long time. And I know a lot of wheels have been in motion for you to stretch and create a new beginning. And what I'm sensing for you is just breathing into those spaces and allowing it to happen, and even to unfold differently than you've imagined up to this point. But allowing space for you to actually get to live the life you love. We get caught up in doing the right thing, or having these moments where we suffer when we don't need to, and we think about, we worry about what other people think or hurting their feelings. And so then we pause and we don't take action. But what's so sweet is usually the other person wants that same thing, even if they don't know it in the moment. Because sometimes we have to release the old to really step into the new. So, what I'm sensing for you is the new beginning is already here. So, each day, just take one step forward toward that new beginning, and be mindful of, what do you not want to take forward with you. You know, I think you and I might have had this discussion. I've had it with other people before. When I was moving, some of what I did was I looked around and saw, what did I want to take with me? And what was I not passionate about? And if I wasn't passionate about it, I released it. I gave it away, or discarded. And that included, people that I was connected to too. If we're meant to stay in connection, we will, right? Because we have this great world wide web where we can do that. So I'm inviting you not to be in your head too much, because it's a hard place to be sometimes, where we're second guessing different things. Just kind of breathe into, this is a wonderful new beginning, and you've been working years towards this, and it's finally arriving. So just enjoy it, and let yourself be happy, because you deserve it. Awesome. Thanks for joining us, sweetheart. Have a great week. Hi, Mary. Nice to have you. All right. Yours is the transformation card. And I love the woman in the tree and how she's kind of like bending over and kind of peeking and looking. And so what I sense with the transformation card is, it's a similar thing to Ellen, where in the transformation, often we get stuck doing the same thing the same way over and over again. And we're being invited to stretch. We're invited to try something a little bit different, and what I'm sensing as part of that for you is like letting new opportunities come in and saying, why not? We can create 1,000 reasons why we shouldn't do something. But we usually don't take the time to think about why it would be good, why it might be fun to try something new and exciting. And, you've been in this transformative cocoon. And lots of times we don't even realize we're there. But sometimes we feel like we've got no room to breathe, or we feel like nothing's moving, nothing's changing. And that's sort of that cocoon period, which means it's just about time to stretch and get new wings, and take flight in some new ways. So the sun is on the rise. The sun is coming up. It's right on the horizon. And so be on the lookout for new things to shift and shape your life, and reevaluate what's important for you. Because there's stuff that was important 20 years ago for us, but maybe it's not important now. And it's always welcome to reevaluate what speaks to our soul, what speaks to our heart, and listen to that, because that's where our joy is hiding. Ah, beautiful. Thanks, Mary. I'm glad you were here with us this week. See you next time. Hi, Jackie. Nice to have you here. Haven't seen you in a little while. Beautiful card. So you got the realization card. And I see all the red flowers below and all of the energy from the clouds and, some rain, maybe a little bit. But that's nourishing rain for those flowers. So what I'm getting for you is that if you haven't had it already, you're on the verge of an aha moment. Like, oh my gosh, that's what I'm supposed to be doing, or that's where I'm supposed to live, or that's how I'm supposed to be. It's one of those times where um, that inner knowing just pops in, and we are in that space of like, oh. And sometimes it's welcome, and sometimes we're like, oh no. But it's always a good thing in the end. And so be on the lookout for that. Yeah, I'm just seeing like that light bulb go off, and the oh my gosh, I don't have to do things the same way anymore. Or there's a different way to do this, or there's a different way for me to be. Sometimes our roles change in our lives. We get very caught up. I had years of being a mother, right? And so you had that mother energy, and I'm still a mother, but now that they're men, it's a different type of mothering, and it's a different role for me. And the realization of you don't lose that, but it transforms into a different and a deeper and a juicier relationship. And so I'm sensing something wonderful like that, like coming in going, oh my gosh, I could do this in a much more meaningful, deeper way. And it's going to fill some spot in your soul that has been yearning for it. So, let the awareness come in and don't second guess yourself, and don't second guess it. We're really good at that. But let that awareness just pop in and see where it takes you, because it looks like a great new adventure. Thanks for joining us, Jackie. Deanna, hi, emoji girl. All right, your card is patience. And it's so funny because, I think about this card where it's like most of the time we see the word patience and we all kind of cringe because it's like the last thing we want to do is be patient. We want things to happen. So you're in that percolating state is what I'm seeing, or you're simmering in a crock pot. So it's like, just because you're hungry doesn't mean it's ready to eat. So it's not a long wait that is coming up for you. The patience is, allowing all the energy around you to catch up to where you're meant to be. So it's like when we do a jigsaw puzzle, we want it to be done, but we have all the pieces have to come in for us to get the full picture. And so you're just missing a few pieces at this moment. But what I'm seeing is in this period of patience, they're like inviting you to go outside in nature, hang out in the sunshine, do some things that bring you joy. It's not like you're in a waiting room. It's much more like you're just going to hang out for a little bit. And then there'll be this moment where it's like, oops, now it's time to take action. But for now, just be in the moment, enjoy life as it is, and don't rush anything, because, things are going to take their own sweet time right now. And let that stretch as much as it needs to. All right. Thank you, sweetheart. Nice to have you here. All right, Rob, my last card of the night. Let's see what we got here.
Scratch that.
Yeah, scratch that. Oh, Julie's here. She gets one first. I love it. All right, Julie. By the way, Rob, your card is sitting here. I have it pulled already. So, Julie, your card is the strategy card. Nice. So, you can see the snake moving up the tree. And so, sometimes we think of strategy as, lots and lots of planning. I'm inviting you to think of a more expansive version of planning. And so there is something that your soul wants to do, wants to express. And as a very practical person, we can get caught up in doing everything but what our soul is wanting to express. So, instead of doing your writing, you might be doing your laundry or going grocery shopping or, things that have to get done. But those moments that we take for our creativity and expressing them are really, really important. So in terms of a strategy, what I'm sensing is building it into your schedule and letting other people know that it's built into the schedule, just like a doctor's appointment, just like, taking your car for a tune-up. Your soul needs that attention, allowing the creative juices to flow. And it doesn't have to flow in one particular way. Creativity flows when we are inspired. And, we can seek inspiration through music, through art, through dance, through gardening, through food. And, you can always go somewhere to experience creativity that other people have done to activate the creative energy within yourself. And if it is something like writing, one of the things I like to do is, go to a coffee shop to write, where people don't know me, or I go to the ocean because that's my place. But carve out that time and create a strategy for allowing your creative pursuits to become as important as they're meant to be. And sometimes initially when we're doing that, we need to create a plan because we're really good at putting everybody else first. And it's time to listen to what your soul has been asking for. I think that's true for all of us right now. So thank you, Julie. We definitely needed that card as part of our reading tonight. Nice to have you here. Oh, you're welcome, Jackie. Love it. All right, Rob, let's see what I pulled for you. Earth Angel card. Nice. So the Earth Angel card comes in, it's always a twofold card. Earth Angel is when we sometimes are an angel for somebody else. We deliver the message they need to hear. And you don't even realize lots of times that you're saying exactly what the other person needs to hear. And sometimes it's smiling and holding the door for somebody who's had a rough day, and that one act of kindness is enough to switch their whole life. And we never know what even happens, right? And so when we are in the energy of just being open and kind to everyone, we are walking in that angel energy. And it also is inviting others to do the same for us. So it's inviting somebody else to say exactly what you need to hear. Sometimes I ask my team, what do I need to know right now? And then I leave it open, and then the words come through in a song, or a friend calls up and says something. They come to you if you're just open and listening. And That's because we're each a conduit of the divine energy flow. And so the divine gets the messages to us through people often. But we have to be open to listening for that and not dismissing it when it comes in. And opening to listening when we're called to say something that may even feel a little out of character, but often it's because the other person needs to hear it so desperately. So thank you for being an Earth Angel, and I look forward to seeing what Earth Angels arrive for you. And guys, I'm really glad you've been here with us tonight. I will not be here next week because I will be traveling and I'm not sure about the internet. So rather than taking a chance, we'll forego a week, and I guess I'll take it as an extra birthday present for myself because my birthday's coming up this Saturday. So with that, you guys, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your week. We will see you in June. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and bye for now.